What's up guys, welcome back to another Joe Cobra YouTube video. Today I'm going to be bringing you a retro flashback of Big Trouble in Little China.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there.
Like I told my last wife, I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Big Trouble in Little China was released in 1986 and is directed by John Carpenter and written by Gary Oldman and David Weinstein. The film stars Kurt Russell, Kim Cattrall, Dennis Dunn and James Hong. Big Trouble in Little China grossed only 11 million in North America, which was below its estimated 25 million budget. It received mixed reviews that left John Carpenter very disillusioned with Hollywood, but as we fans of the film now know, it has since gone on to become a cult classic and has had amazing success on home video and DVD. The film tells the story of Jack Burton, played by the great Kurt Russell, who goes to see his friend Wang, played by Dennis Dunn, and help him rescue his green-eyed fiance from triads in San Francisco's Chinatown. This ends up taking them into a mysterious underworld beneath Chinatown, where they are faced by an ancient sorcerer named David Lo Pan, who needs a woman with green eyes to marry him in order to release him from a centuries-old curse. And so here begins Jack and Wang's adventure. After the triads kidnap Wang's fiancée Miao Ying, Jack and Wang track the triads to the back alleyways of Chinatown, only to be greeted by this huge brawl between two ancient Chinese factions, the Chang Sing and the Wing Kong. Then out of nowhere, and one of my favourite scenes, the three storms appear in where thunder, rain and lightning, mighty warriors with weather-themed powers appear and start slaughtering the Chang Sing. Jack then attempts to run his truck through the crowd, only to run over David Lo Pan, played by the legendary James Wang, who is the leader of the Three Storms. Jack then gets out of his truck to find Lo Pan unfazed, who then shoots a beam of light from his mouth towards Jack to temporarily blind him. Jack and Wang escape, only to come back to find Jack's truck has been stolen by the triads. Wang then takes Jack to his restaurant and we meet Gracie Law, played by Kim Cattrall, her journalist friend Margot, and Wang's friend Eddie Lee, and the old crazy magician Egg Shen, played by Victor Wong. And they try to explain to an angry Jack what is going on, but really Jack, all he wants to know is where his truck is. But the team still proceed to try and explain to him the sorcery behind everything going on. And the group then devise a plan to infiltrate a brothel where they think that Miao Ying might be being held. They manage to break in after Kurt Russell's efforts trying to come across as a tourist wanting a good time, but they are then soon interrupted by the Three Storms, who tear off the ceiling and make off with Miao Ying, taking her to their master Lo Pan. Jack and Wang then track down a business used by Lo Pan and they impersonate electricians to gain access, but are quickly subdued by Rain, one of the Three Storms. After being tied up and beaten, the two meet Lo Pan finally. However, he now appears to them as a crippled old man in a wheelchair, and it's here where Wang explains to Jack about Lo Pan's curse and his need to marry a girl with green eyes to appease his god and return him to his youthful self.
Oh boy. Look, we came here to see David Lo Pan, all right?
Ah?
David Lo Pan?
And you have succeeded, Mr. Burton. Shut up, Mr. Burton. You are not brought upon this world to get it. There are many mysteries, many unanswerable questions, even in a life as short as yours. Tell me about Miao Yan, huh? What province is she from? Hunan? He must be a holy man. I must know. 你快啲講俾我聽啦嚇！如果你唔講俾我聽，我就殺死你啊！你有智理 ，Mr. Burton. If you have an influence over your youthful friend, you better exert it now. Otherwise, I will have both of you roll off to the hell where people are skinned alive. It's that simple, understand?
Are you crazy? Is that your problem?
They rule the universe from beyond this grave.
Qingdai.
And Qingdai will be happy and my curse will be lifted.
You can go off and rule the universe from beyond the grave.
Indeed!
Or check into a psycho ward, whichever comes first, huh?
Yet we all keep trying like fools. Who are these people? Friends of yours, huh? Now, this really pisses me off to no end. Come on, stick around.
Jack and Wang's friends then attempt to save them, but end up being caught also. After they finally make their escape and Jack nearly falls down a well, they finally get the drop on Thunder. Jack, Wang and Eddie escape and free women that were being held in cells in the process during the escape. Lo Pan's monster then appears, some strange orangutan looking creature. He grabs Gracie before she can escape with the rest of the gang and takes her to Lo Pan. Lo Pan then notices that Gracie also has green eyes and decides he will sacrifice Gracie while making Miao Ying his wife. Wang and Jack then regroup with the Chang Sing and Egg Shen and formulate a plan to take down Lo Pan and his gang. As they enter an underground cavern to return to Lo Pan's headquarters, Egg pours each of the group a strong potion that Jack says makes him feel kind of invincible. The group then interrupts the wedding ceremony, which breaks out into a huge battle. Wang kills Rain in a great sword duel, while Jack and Gracie chase the now alive Lo Pan. Jack then catches up to Lo Pan and kills him with a knife throw to his forehead. Then we get the great Carter Wong, who plays Thunder, battling with Wang, and in one of the funniest scenes, returns to see Lo Pan dead and proceeds to inflate himself, much to the group's surprise, and blows himself up with body parts flying everywhere.
I don't think he's gonna stop.
Continuing the escape, Jack, Wang, Gracie and Miao Ying are cornered by Lightning, one of my favourite of the three Storms, who by the way was the inspiration behind Ed Boon and Mortal Kombat's Raiden. He triggers a collapse with his lightning powers. Egg Shen then rescues the gang by throwing them down a rope and throws a big Buddha statue onto Lightning, killing him instantly. The group then celebrate their victory in the restaurant, and Wang and Miao Ying tell everyone that they are to marry, while Eddie hooks up with Margot and Egg Shen sets off on a long overdue vacation. As for old Jack Burton, though he is attracted to Gracie, Jack turns down her offer to stay with her and gets back in his truck, the Pork Chop Express, and drives off into the night. As Jack gives us his final dialogue, we see the orangutan monster again, who survived the battle, hitching a ride on the back of Jack's truck, and the film ends.
You just listen to the old Pork Chop Express here now and take his advice on a dark and stormy night when the lightning's crashing and the thunder's rolling and the rain's coming down in sheets thick as lead. Just remember what old Jack Burton does when the earth quakes and the poison arrows fall from the sky and the pillars of heaven shake. Yeah, Jack Burton just looks that big old storm right square in the eye and he says, "Give me your best shot, pal. I can take it."
Big Trouble in Little China is another one of my childhood favourite films, and one that I have great memories of. John Carpenter has created a classic film here that has stood the test of time. Just like some of his other classic films like Halloween, They Live, The Thing, just to name a few. And one more thing before I forget, he also done the soundtrack for Big Trouble in Little China, this fantastic synth soundtrack that I thought fitted the film perfectly. I also hear that The Rock is looking to star in a remake of Big Trouble in Little China, but I personally hope that this doesn't happen, as I think some of these films that are absolute classics should never be remade, and this is definitely one that I think shouldn't. One more quick thing, a big shout out to my friend Lee from work who begged me to do this. I was meant to do it a little later on down the line, but I thought I'd do it right now, why not? So I hope you enjoyed it, dude. And as for the rest of you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video too. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on the next Joe Cobra video. Take care guys, bye bye.